8 Millennium Development Goals was created in Millennial Summit to the United Nations last 2000 for the year 2015. One of the goals is the goal number 3, which is to promote gender equality and women empowerment.
Gender equality or sexual equality is a state of equal ease of access to resources and opportunities regardless of gender, including economic participation and decision making, and the state of valuing different behaviors, aspirations, and needs equally regardless of gender.
We already know of the 8 Millennium Development Goals. The third goal, which is gender equality and women empowerment, was passed way back 2015. But what has been the progress of this particular goal in our world today?
Many more girls are now in school compared in 2000, where the developing regions as a whole have achieved eliminating gender disparity in primary, secondary, and tertiary level of education. In comparison to the 74 girls enrolling in primary schools for every 100 boys in 1990, today, 103 girls are enrolled for every 100 boys in Southern Asia. Progress in women labor occurred during the 2015. Women make up 41% of paid workers in non-agricultural sector, which is a great increase from 35% in 1990. There is also significant gains in women's parliament representation in nearly 90% of 174 countries for which data has been available in the past 2 decades. At the very least, the average proportion of women in parliament has increased by nearly 100% during the last 20 years.
Women empowerment is the strengthening of rights and power of females not just in the Philippines but in the whole world.
Back in the old days, women were deprived of their rights. They've been prosecuted, discriminated, and belittled by the society because of the belief that they are lower and weaker than men.
We interviewed various women with different backgrounds, and these are the questions. First, what is your greatest struggle as a woman? Second, do you think women are given an equal opportunity in today's world? Third, what's the greatest thing about being a woman? And lastly, what programs or activities do you think the government can do to help give equal chance to women?
Bilang babae po, ano yung pinakamahirap na pagsubok na naranasan?
As a women, siguro po kung paano tayo makaka-survive sa mental health natin. Ganun. Kasi this pandemic, sobrang napakahirap as a student. And then, kapag yung online class, syempre, hindi ganun kadali yung bilang isang estudyante. So, iba't ibang surviving trial tayo this pandemic. So, for me, yung mental health.
Bilang isang babae ko na naranasan ko yung totoong naranasan ko, yung pagkamahirap namin nung maliit pa kami, kasi nagmula talaga kami ng mahirap at wala talaga kami nakayanan ng mga magulang namin. Yun ang yung pinakamahirap ko na bilang isang babae, pagkababae ko, naranasan ko yung tinding hirap. Yun lang.
Sa iyong palagay po, nabibigyan ba ng pantay na karapatan o pagtingin ng mga kababaihan sa panahon nito?
Oo, mas lalo tayong binibigyan ng ng importansya ngayon kaysa before. Then today, mas pinoprotektahan tayo kaysa, yun nga, sabi ko nga earlier na hindi tayo gaano napoprotektahan. Yun.
Ay, hindi. Malabo. Iba yung pagtingin sa may kaya at saka sa wala. Totoo yan. Nagiging priority ng mga tao ngayon yung may kaya. Napapansin. mga problema, ganito ganyan. Pero pag dumaing ang mahirap, para na out of place, hindi nila kami napapansin. Lalo sa education ng mga bata. Kasi bilang nga sabi nga, paano pinakamahirap, ang magpaaral ng anak. Ngayon, pag once namin na linapit namin yan sa kakaukulan, hindi kami napapansin. Kasi ang unang-unang nagiging trace ng mga tao, yung personal. Titingnan ka mula ulo hanggang paa. Pag once na kunya, naka-chinelas ka, ganito ganyan ka, ma-out of place ka. Pero pag ang tao pumasok na may kaya, ganito, andyan yung pag-i-entertain. Kaya hindi pantay.
Hindi po.
Next po, ano ang pinakamagandang dulot po para sa inyo ng pagiging babae?
Ayun, thank you so much. Ano daw? Joke lang. So, ayun na nga. Bilang babae, kailangan hindi lang, for example, sa pananamit. Hindi lang tayo sa pananamit dapat mapansin. Pero kung paano tayo makipag-socialize, kung paano tayo makipag-usap sa tao. And then also, sa pagiging babae natin, nagiging matapang tayo when it comes sa mga problem. Pero, set aside natin yung problem. Pagka nagkakaroon tayo ng mga bagay na gusto natin gawin sa buhay, yun.
Nagagampanan namin ang bilang isang ina. Nagagampanan namin lahat, anong pagkukulang ng ama, andito kami, mga ina, na lahat isinasalo namin, maging kaibigan kami ng mga anak namin, sa lahat nakapaligiran namin, lahat sinasalo namin, kasi ina kami. Yun ang alam ko lang. Kamal. Yun lang. Masarap pa maging ina. Kasi kami ang magiging ekspresyon ng mga katulad yung mga anak.
Tama po yan. Ginawa namin lahat para sa kapakanan ng mga anak. Kahit anong hirap bilang isang ina para may pangarap ang mga bata.
Po yung mga programa na tingin nyo po pwede pang ipatupad ng government or yung kahit po mga barangay para ma-promote po yung gender equality para sa mga babae.
Kung sa gender equality, gusto ko ipatupad nila yung LGBT. Kasi kung hindi natin ipapatupad yun, walang equality eh. Parang unfair naman sa mga ibang tao or sa mga iba na hindi nila mapasabi sa family nila yung tungkol doon. Siguro dapat ilabas pa nila yung sarili kung sino talaga sila eh. Yun.
Para sa akin, ang gusto ko lang, kung sakali manalo ang manok namin, hindi ko na ibabanggitin, maging honest man lang sa sarili niya. Ipatupad niya ang dapat ipatupad. Huwag yung puro galit ang nararamdaman. Yung alam niya, yung maikakabuti ng lahat. Para ito iuunlad natin. Kasi noon nga, pangalawa tayo sa pinakamayaman, hindi niyo naabutan na yan eh. Ngayon, nung dumating ang sumusunod-sumunod, naging sinungaling sila. Hindi na sunod. Sabi nila noon kasi ako naabutan ko Marcos yan eh. Ang sabi nila, ang galunggong daw, hindi raw nahawakan ng maliit, ng mga mahirap. Ngayon, ang galunggong, kahit mayaman, mahirap hawakan kasi nagpapantay na sa bilihin ng karne. Yun.
A brave woman also shared her experience and how she handled it with great courage and determination. Let's listen to her interview.
So can you tell us your story?
I was sexually harassed during my practical driving course in a motorcycle by the instructor. He touched me in inappropriate places or parts of my body, and he even texted me a malicious text after the driving course.
What drives you to fight for your rights?
At first, I was hesitant to file a case because I don't have a concrete evidence. But then, after the driving course, he texted me a malicious text, as I said, and I tried to screenshot it and I use it as an evidence, as a concrete evidence. And then I posted my story on Facebook, and a lot of people, a lot of friends pushed me to file a case against him. And my uncle, my father, and my boyfriend came with me to the Quezon City Police Station, and we consulted the VAUSI, and then we filed the case against him, and soon we are planning to file a case against the company itself.
And lastly, what advice can you give women and girls who also experience abuse?
To all the women out there who experience sexual abuse or harassment, and especially to those who have undergone a therapy, or those people who really had huge trauma regarding abuse or harassment, please do not be afraid to speak for yourself, because what will you do will also benefit others. What will you do will benefit yourself, your future. It will give you peace of mind. There is a law against those abusers, those rapists, those people who do harassment. Don't be afraid to ask help from the police, from the VAUSI. Please don't be afraid. Don't refrain to give them punishment, because they will never learn. People who do abuse, people who harass, will never learn unless you give them a huge lesson that will affect their life.
Women of today's generation are finally standing up to fight for the justice they deserve. They now know how powerful they are as humans.
Jobs that were meant only for men are now open for females. They can lift heavy boxes, fix electric circuit, drill the ground, drive public vehicles, operate large machines, and many more occupations you can think of.
Women are now part of many social and political groups. The government today has several female members with important roles. There are also female athletes, inventors, authors, and artists who gave honor to their home country.
Women still need more help. Although they are not as oppressed as before, they deserve more support and opportunity to grow.
Being a mother, a wife, a daughter, a granddaughter, a sister, and a girlfriend takes a lot of responsibility. We all experience hardships, and it seems like no one can understand our pain and sacrifices. Women empowerment is not just a fancy title for political campaign. It is a real thing. Women have the rights to be treated equally and to be given a fair treatment and opportunity in the society.
We made this blog to promote gender equality.
Hey, wait! You forgot something! And women empowerment!
If there is one message that echoes forth from this conference, let it be that human rights are women's rights and women's rights are human rights once and for all.
We already know of the 8 Millennium Development Goals.